Hello and welcome everyone to LinkedIn live session, Cat Coffee and Crazy Growth, where you will witness real talks, hear real stories, and will have a great impact, of course. Today we'll be diving into a story which is not all about growth, but about transformation of businesses, of industries, and what is possible when technology meets ambition. Joining today, our chief guest, Mr. Jitesh, who is the Director and CEO of Conceptia Software Technologies, and Mr. Sarash Chandra, who is our VP Product Sales Division, Conceptia Software Technologies. It is also known as C Connect, right?
Yes.
So welcome you to the
Thank you.
session.
Thank you.
Welcome, Jitesh. Welcome.
Pleasure to have you on the show. So Conceptia is the driving force of SolidWorks by becoming one of the most impactful partners organization in India. From humble beginning and to building a strong customer base of 2000 plus base across all manufacturing verticals to becoming a trusted enabler for manufacturing giants. Their journey is a masterclass, scaling smart, designing better, and staying ahead of the curve. Millions of designers, engineers, and businesses across the world trust SolidWorks to provide powerful yet easy to use 2D and 3D product development solutions. I hope everyone agrees on this. While we celebrate 30 years of SolidWorks, today we will be exploring how companies across India are using powerful design tools like SolidWorks to accelerate innovation, improve efficiency, and lead with confidence in a fast changing market. So whether you are a design engineer, a manufacturing leader or owner, or someone curious about what's shaping the future of industry, this conversation is for you.
Yeah, thanks, Arun, for the wonderful introduction. So, team, I think we are all very much excited towards on today's journey. So, Jitesh, why don't we start with your journey? So, how did your journey with SolidWorks begin? Can you brief about it?
Thank you, Divakar. Thanks, Arun. Good morning to all. Good morning to the entire SolidWorks community all across who are part of this LinkedIn Live. It's a great opportunity, and I'm really thanking the entire SolidWorks India channel partner system as well as the leadership. And first, I would like to give my gratitude to SolidWorks Corporation, who gave us an opportunity back in 2001 to enable us and bring us part of this ecosystem. So it was the journey started as Advanced Designs and Methods. That was our company, and that's where we got an invite from SolidWorks Corporation. So my partner, Mr. N.T. Anildas, who is the managing director, so he was invited for a meeting with SolidWorks, and the meeting was primarily to look at how SolidWorks the channel setup was happening over the country, and we got an opportunity to be invited just to see how SolidWorks is going to solve the problems of the future. So that was a great meeting. I would say an eye-opener for us. From the time we have been in the market, Bangalore is definitely a space wherein in 2000, I'm talking about, that was a time wherein we were seeing a lot of advancements with respect to the software. Bangalore was definitely an early adopter of almost all the latest technologies. So you must be heard about a lot of things at that time. So we had a lot of companies who are already ready to take the initiatives with respect to moving towards digital devices the moment the internet started spreading across the market. So we saw customers, especially in the industrial equipment and machinery segment, really looking at some sort of a transformation because they were also getting opened up to the global market. Okay, that is, I would say, the very initial phases. Okay, Bangalore definitely provided a great platform for all of these manufacturing industries. So the talk about technology, the talk about the advancements, all those things were already surrounded. All the companies were surrounded by this information. So that was a time where we also got an opportunity to see the product SolidWorks and the vision what the leadership of SolidWorks had in mind. That was really mind blowing. Okay, and my partner was really amazed to see how really they are exactly addressing the problems of the current manufacturing industry. That was something really interesting for us. And we definitely had a lot of faith in what they were trying to communicate with us. There was a clear planning being done. So for just to bring some topics which I'm sure you would have forgotten, uh, at a time wherein initial 20 years back, 25 years back, we were talking about more of 2D to 3D, how we can bring. Okay, today it's no more a challenge which anybody talks about. Okay, 2D to 3D, virtual prototyping. Okay, because we are all talking about virtual prototyping at that point of time. How do we make sure that the time to market is shortened? Okay, how do we bring in more collaboration? How can we have technology platforms which are not having the complexity of adoption? Okay, they want familiar Windows platforms to be brought in, because that was a time wherein almost all the 3D packages which were coming in were more focused on the platform of Unix. Okay, that's where we saw SolidWorks. We saw SolidWorks as a ray of hope. Okay, that really brought us towards, okay, whatever the problems what the market is facing and what SolidWorks is talking about, they both are perfectly aligned.
Is that the situation where you wanted to share a turning point where SolidWorks made a measurable difference to our customers?
Yes. SolidWorks definitely was the turning point of a lot of customers. So the early days were not that easy. Even though we knew that all these capabilities were coming in, the customers were still not, had some sort of a skepticism on whether this will be the right tool. Yeah, that is where SolidWorks as a company really had put a lot of efforts to be with the reseller, not just talking about sales. We were having a lot of enablement sessions. We had a lot of enablement sessions. I would say that the entire organization structure of Conceptia, how we see today, is all the contribution and the planning which was done by SolidWorks. Okay, the entire organization structure over the past 25 years, whatever we have reached and the structure what we see today, it's all clearly planned, and they saw the future. Okay, how we should be addressing the future. That's something which I'm really proud to be partner along with my business. We have moved to other verticals also. Today we are spread across multiple locations. We have moved to other verticals also. We have a chance to deal with multiple OEMs. But SolidWorks definitely stands out because the team behind SolidWorks and the current leadership, as well as the earlier team who was preparing us, they had a clear vision on how the problems has to be addressed by the reseller. We as a reseller, we are in between the customer and the OEM, the SolidWorks. So they clearly had, the message was very clear. Every customer of SolidWorks will be through a partner. Right? That message was very clear. They never, whether it is a 1 licensed customer or a 1,000 licensed customer, they ensured that the partner had a space and they will be the real flag bearer of SolidWorks. That messaging really worked for us. So when we went to the customer was like, probably they were talking about design, detailing. That journey, they were already seeing that, okay, there are some challenges. It's 2D, poly environment, and design space, bringing in a digital device for MSME was not that easy. And we really had the opportunity to showcase that great capabilities of SolidWorks at that point of time. I started using the very old version of SolidWorks, which was 99 version of SolidWorks, 98, 99. So how I came to know? Because there was few of, when I was, that was time of my engineering, and I used to see most of other different CAD products being used. And some of the students for the project, they were talking about, let's use SolidWorks. It's Windows based. Windows based. Okay, we were struggling with Unix based solutions. Something. And the main thing was that when I saw SolidWorks, it was, I got a brochure, and that was talking about how it is easy to bring your ideas to the reality. That's what every customer is looking forward to. They all look at innovation. They want to bring their ideas to market faster, and this is the right tool. That's where we were able to take up SolidWorks, and that's a journey was clear, incredible. I would say the craziness. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that. Yeah. So that's how we started, and today what we are there with more than 2,000 customers spread across multiple industry verticals. That's all because of the meticulous planning and the clear vision which we had with SolidWorks, and we are incredibly proud to be partner with SolidWorks for that.
Great, great. Thanks, Jitesh, for the truly inspiring journey. I'm sure that you have enjoyed. I could see that you have enjoyed this journey.
Yes.
Starting from 2D, now we are coming into the advanced solutions as well.
Definitely.
And you made a very nice point stating that resellers are the face of the SolidWorks.
Yes.
I think that has been maintained from the start,
Yes.
right? So that is something which has given a great importance for a reseller also, where
Yes.
you are going to be the face of the SolidWorks, and
Yes.
you are the one who is going to front end all
Yes.
the
Yes.
sales,
You're right.
challenges, address, and you have made a great impact to
Yes.
make SolidWorks successful.
Definitely.
Another point which I understand is SolidWorks being Windows. People have seen this; it's very easy to adopt. That is something very useful.
Yes.
And even today, SolidWorks is known for robust solution. It's a robust solution, easy to use solution, and of course, the resellers are there. Every SolidWorks sold will have a dedicated training session for all the customers. That's what the resellers training team is also doing. Great.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Hitesh, for the insights.
Yeah,
Arun?
I mean, it is an incredible journey, no doubt about it. Can you just shortly brief about your first experience, your first win with the customer?
Oh, yeah. So that's definitely, it was not something which we had thought that, okay, this customer really would be looking at SolidWorks because they were already on a different platform. And they were primarily supplying to few of the defense organizations at that point of time. In fact, that win helped us to penetrate more on the defense organization. So this customer was very clear. So they had all the few of the latest solutions at that point of time, and they were literally struggling with this one. So they came to us for a service actually. They never came to us for buying the solution. So they came to us for a service and saying that, okay, hey, we wanted to try out something which we can do, and I heard that okay, you are. So I had already knocked them for 2-3 times saying SolidWorks definitely we would like to showcase a demo.
Yeah.
He told us no demo, nothing required. Whatever you told, if you can make it really perform in front of us, then we will see whether we are going to look at SolidWorks. So all the experts and everything for them, when I talk about something, it's going to be very easy to learn, easy to adopt, and easy to execute common Windows commands. So the senior designer was like, then it's not powerful. Okay, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's Windows based, so it doesn't have much of a learning curve. That means it's not very powerful. Okay, so I had the opportunity to take the same design, and the owner of the company or the chief CEO, he told, I'll give you 2 machines. One will be my engineer working, and the next one will be you. You should bring your machine and then put it in this one, and let's do a comparison.
Competition.
Competition.
Yeah.
Okay, I was not prepared for that. I was sure because I don't know the domain because they are the experts on the domain.
Yeah.
So I told I need 1 hour to actually look at what exactly is the drawing. And
Yeah.
please help me understand if I have some clarity. We started it, and quite to my own amusement, I was able to do this. The moment I had the clarity, I was able to do that in a very fast pace. And it was not very complex. I thought it's very complex, but then they actually didn't want to challenge me too much. But then the way we were progressing with SolidWorks at that time, I'm talking about 2001 plus was the software, not even 2001, 2001 plus. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2001 plus, and that was the time when 2023 also was getting launched because we every year have a interesting version of SolidWorks coming up with a lot of enhancements. So I had the clarity that 2023 also is coming up and a lot of capabilities are additionally getting added. So I showcased this one, and we both were doing it parallelly. And the reality was that we never had to complete it. But before that itself, the person who was looking at both of our designs told us, okay, let's wait for some time. And he told me, okay, you will do another design. And he told, you don't have to do anything. Okay.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, is he giving me a chance again or he's not confident? But I was confident. I was confident with what I was doing. So the next model was something a little bit more complex. Okay. Then something which was he really liked is the associativity which was working between the model and the assembly and the drawing and everything. So they completely saw that, and he told, okay, by evening, let's meet again. You have to come. So I was confident that okay, the second design was really a game changer. So he made me do that complete. The first one he didn't allow me to do it complete. The second one, and SolidWorks was really like working like a magic. Okay.
Okay. Great.
It was really moving fast. It was making us do the thing. And the other guy also told that, okay, can you have one more instance so that I can also try? By looking at what I was doing, he also joined me. and we both were working together. Naturally, which made the customer to realize that this is the best solution to do it faster.
Right, great.
The same thing they were doing it by almost a day, and we were able to do it by around 3 to 3.5 hours. That evening, we got the PO for one license, okay, one license only. But then that made sure the next day I had a session with their end customer who they invited, and I had to do one more demo with them. That's a defense customer. They became one of my largest customer eventually. Okay, that's how that customer made my journey, not just for him, but for the entire DRDOs, whatever we have entered today was through that interaction.
So word of mouth.
Yeah. And today, more than 50% of my customers who are buying from us, they all keep referring to other customers because they see the power of SolidWorks.
Yeah.
Even today, they can see the advancements and the ease of use. All those benefits still remains and is growing much further.
Right, right. Always that first win is always close to our heart. Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of learning curve also from the first win. All right. So, Jitesh and Sharas, it's been like a very impressive journey what we are hearing from you. Manufacturing companies today are really under pressure to innovate faster, right? And reduce errors and scale efficiency. From your experience working with hundreds of manufacturers, how is SolidWorks helping them overcome these exact challenges on the field?
Okay. So thanks for that question. I think one that we had to look at is the way the manufacturing industry is portrayed. While we look at the changes that have been happening in the industry 1.0 or the industry revolution 1.0 took close to a century to become industry 2.0.
Right.
So the growth has been immense. And between the 17th and 18th century to the current century, when we talk about it, we see too many involvements from electronic side. We see a lot of improvements in the computers. We see a lot of improvements in the technology. While Industry 4.0 took only about 10 years to evolve from Industry 3.0, today the Industry 5.0 is much, much faster. Today, Industry 5.0 talks more from the sustainability, the human-centric, human-focused production, and then it also talks about the creative problem-solving that is involved with the industry in itself. The CAD side of it, when you talk about it, and then how SolidWorks has been contributing to it, again, brings a huge impact. Now, SolidWorks starts talking about smart manufacturing, and how it does it is by transitioning the smart manufacturing to by adoption of data-driven decision-making. It talks about automation, and then optimized process involvements in the entire cycle of product development itself. The 3D experience platform that we talk about today works on real-time collaboration. It talks about breaking down the departmental silos. It talks about improving communication in design engineering, then also on the manufacturing side. This is also augmented by the simulation side of it, which eliminates or reduces the physical prototype by ensuring that the virtual prototype in itself helps a lot of industries. So this is a game changer for many industries. As much as the amount of time that they're investing in terms of development as well as physically prototyping to make sure it is acceptable by the market, if it can be eliminated or reduced to a large extent by adoption of technology. And that's where SolidWorks played a key part by introducing technologies to the market, especially to the MSME crowd, at an affordable cost, which definitely helps them not only save costs on their manufacturing and their production, but also helps them in terms of ensuring that they are first into the market. I think that's a major change that SolidWorks Corporation brought in. While we talk about it, we also talk about designing to manufacture and then ensuring the efficiency is a key aspect in all the industries today.
Yeah. Sharas, you made a very valid point, like how the industry, revolution has happened, from 1.0 to 4.0 and 5.0, and the time is reducing. It's not like, earlier it used to take centuries from industry 1.0 to 2.0, but now 4.0 to 5.0, probably less than 5 years. So we don't have the, luxury of time. So in that, technology makes a big impact. We talked about SolidWorks. Everybody knows that it's a robust CAD software and so on. But you also touch base upon, simulation, data management, cloud collaboration. How do you see SolidWorks Corporation or SolidWorks Solutions are impacting? Do you have any success story to touch base on?
I think
So when you look at some of the customers who started with acquiring just one license, I told about the early stage adopters, okay, who were primarily focused on, when I used to go there, they had just one device which was not connected to internet in most of the cases. The entire organization had one telephone line. I'm talking about probably 15 or 18 years back, 20 years back, I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they had limited internet connectivity and thereby limited email collaboration and everything. So there were a lot of silos. Okay, the design was one portion, and they were really experts only on design, and they were focusing on that. But then, when the revolution of these industries, they wanted to started to expand beyond. They wanted to compress their design cycles and everything. It also brought in new challenges of having the right tools and technologies, be it simulation, be it collaboration, be it inspection on the quality side, be it on the manufacturing. So how do we ensure that this entire organization, while they are all working in different silos, how do we collaborate and bring them together? That is where SolidWorks, I think, we started hearing about the acquisition of SRIC by SolidWorks happened. And then we started seeing Conceptia, which was earlier Conceptia, PDM came into picture.
Sure. Yeah.
Then bringing in inspection expert from our SolidWorks inspection was brought in. The electrical was also brought in. So it is not just about design. Today, the same company which we are talking about, when we go inside, everybody is digitally connected. Every user has a platform to work. So they just need the right technology tools, and they never looked beyond SolidWorks. Everything was within SolidWorks. It was then adding up to simulation. They had thermal simulation issues. They added up with SolidWorks simulation, and then they had the structural simulation. The advantage of structural simulation for SolidWorks, why they adopted, because it was not an analyst tool. It was a designer tool to start with.
Yeah.
Okay. It is, while we see all these changes, it's also important to see the workforce also. We need to have the talent coming in. So they were very clear that, okay, we are able to get the right set of the workforce from the market, because SolidWorks parallelly was working very closely with academic institutions also. We'll talk about that later. But then the academic community was always having a preference for SolidWorks, and it still continues very well in the market. So when the industry was looking at adopting more solutions, it is easy to adopt something which is based on the core platform, which is SolidWorks. That is where the adoption of simulation came into picture, the adoption of data management, because everybody is connected today.
Yeah.
And they want to have quick information available on their fingertips, whether they are talking to their manufacturing, they're talking to their vendor, they're talking to their customer. Everybody should be connected and the information should be seamless. You look at SolidWorks and the associated products, whenever we go and present it, we never face a challenge to explain these solutions because it's all self-explanatory.
Sure.
The moment we show a demo, I still have that old demo files which I used to see that in this one. We never were worried about whether it will work because it's all clear in the demo how easy it is to collaborate and work together, how easy it is to solve the problems. So I'm sure, Divakar, you also might have, I have seen your demos also. I'm saying I never used to see this one, how it will solve the problem. It's always that okay, the problem is solving. When are we going to implement the solution? So that's how we used to go join demos and everything, what we used to see. So that's definitely made a difference. And the customer has started, we have customers who have acquired more than 5 or 6 solutions, okay, associated with SolidWorks, replacing other solutions, because this gives a common umbrella of solutions. They need not have disconnected solutions. Associativity is a key here. Information that is being created in one particular location is shared across multiple divisions. Okay, that's a key over here. And manufacturing really needs a revolutionary product like this to really go forward in their business.
Yeah,
that's where we have seen SolidWorks being acquired. As he also talked about, he emphasized a lot about why these timelines are shrinking.
Yeah.
The manufacturing is able to adopt these technology because they had the right tools at the right time to make this revolution happen. That's definitely SolidWorks, which clearly created the start point, I would say.
True. Yes, Jitesh, thanks for that answer and, Sharath. So as Jitesh also tried to explain, SolidWorks is not only about 3D CAD tool. 3D, of course, the robust CAD tool is there. But whenever we talk about SolidWorks, it covers the design workflow, whether you are, doing simulation, whether you are preparing an inspection report, whether you are doing technical documentation or photo rendered realistic images, it's there. Electrical, we have the relevant solution. Simulation, we have the relevant solution. So we talk about tightly integrated products within SolidWorks itself. That is a game changer for any customer. And with this, I think what we are proposing is the complete workflow can be go hand in hand, and also the time for innovation will get more, because we are going to reduce the time for the efforts in multiple products. Instead, everything is collaborative in nature. Thanks for that, Jitesh. Arun?
Yeah. So, I mean, as we have heard, like, any product or solution that addresses the customer problems.
Yeah.
Will be like accepted in the market or by the customer. And it has to align with the industry changes also, right?
Yes.
So that is what we have heard till now. And further to that, I would like to ask one more, question from our end. India's manufacturing landscape has evolved dramatically over the last decade. I hope you agree that, right?
Yes.
As you told, like, industry 4.2, industry 5.0,
Yeah.
like, it's a quick revolution, transformation that has happened. So can you take us behind the scene of a project or a movement where the right design software like SolidWorks helped shape that transformation? And how do you think SolidWorks has adapted or outpaced evolution in the manufacturing landscape?
So I think I'll touch upon the first portion of it, or probably a little bit on how it has really changed.
Yeah.
So I think while we talk about the changes, I'm sure you all agree with the fact that earlier manufacturing in itself was seen as a challenge, and then we tried moving towards virtual manufacturing. And then came technologies just in time, cellular manufacturing. Yes. But today, we do not talk of anything as such. We talk about more from the digital twin perspective. We talk about AI involvement in manufacturing. We talk about blockchain data, how it can help us, and then how that can go ahead and crunch out the data to give us best possible results. So these changes are very pertinent and imperative to the manufacturing industry. Then the impetus in Indian scenario, if you look at it, I think the China Plus One policy, as well as the kind of, I would say, the vigor with which the government of India has been able to push Make in India as a concept. So these things definitely are changing the way we look at manufacturing. Today, people do not see manufacturing as a traditional way of doing business, but I would say that they're looking at how they can go ahead and excel at products. So today, from being a third world country known for manufacturing somebody else's design, I think we now are talking about designing in-house, production of products, creation of products, innovative products, I would say, to ease out the lives. So I think though we have multiple examples, I'm sure we can pick up one or two.
Yeah.
They should be probably an example.
So that definitely brings us of how we all talk about the OP Sindhu, the Operation Sindhu, Operation Sindhu, and I'm sure we all are amazed by the way the defense force have really met the expectations, and we really have proved to the world how advanced we have become with respect to our defense technologies and everything. So one of the key, I would say, enabler for the defense forces, one of the major PSU. We had an interesting opportunity to work with, because they work with different manufacturing, because there is a lot of outsourced manufacturing happening.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, we found that, okay, our entry to this, okay, this particular, one of the key element was, how do we bring products to the shortening the design innovation time. That's something which was very, very crucial for that particular business, because they have to respond to the challenges so quickly. Okay. So earlier the projects were hardly executed at 6 to 8 months, a typical project, okay, which was given by any of the forces. But then it became so with the privatization and all the other elements, the competition started growing up, which was also being fueled by the other initiatives by the government, like Make in India and all those schemes also came in. So we have seen a defense PSU transforming drastically, and they were not just transforming with respect to design. They have to get it manufactured.
Yeah.
And the manufacturing entire ecosystem also has to respond to the speed at which they are demanding things. And if you look at, I would probably say that more than 70% of that ecosystem is connected with SolidWorks. Okay, that 70%. It does not reach just like that. It's our the efforts which we have put in at that initial 10 to 15 years. Today, we are able to see that results. A customer, a PSU who started with just one license of SolidWorks, just to have a detailing done. Today, almost 90% of their project portfolio is only based on SolidWorks. Because why? They want to respond to the demand of the defense requirements in a much more faster pace. And that's what is required by the manufacturing companies who are supporting them, that ecosystem.
Yes.
Majority of the DRDOs, you look at, majority of the defense PSUs, you look at, probably when I started doing the demos, probably it was 1 or 2 among the entire, hardly less than 5%. Today, I can probably say that we are more than 80%. You take Bangalore, you take the South, you take the all over the country, and more than 80%, the design platform being used is on SolidWorks. And why it is happening, it's not just a design. The connected ecosystem of manufacturing is also routed on SolidWorks solutions, not just CAD, but for simulation, but for the manufacturing portfolio. And SolidWorks has a great, amazing solution partner portfolio program.
Yes.
They know how to focus on what they are best. Focus on the CAD, which they can do well, and they will bring associated technologies and enable partners, solution partners. We also represent a lot of solution partners. They bring in the right amount of technology because they have core focus on their domain areas. And that's for towards manufacturing. That's towards bringing in the right technology at the right time. Okay. And we are able to make sure that the customers are given choices also. Keeping the core CAD, they have the choices. So that enables manufacturing to move faster and deliver faster. That's what we are seeing.
Yeah. So when you say partner product, just sort of highlighting to the audience also.
Yeah, please.
So it's more like, we have SolidWorks. On top of it, there will be add-ins.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's what, it's a specialized tool,
Yes.
which adds on top of the SolidWorks.
With zero data loss.
With zero data loss.
Yes.
Very true.
Zero data.
Yes. Yes. So we have good number of, partners products, which can be helped, which has helped us, all our customers as well. Talking about, we touch base upon the projects, all those things are fine. But, looking at the future, how is SolidWorks support, in the way towards the innovation? Let's say it may be startup or workforce of the future. Students are workforce of the future.
Yeah.
So can you throw some light on how SolidWorks and, resellers are supporting the startups and the workforce of the future?
Excellent. That's something which definitely is important also. When we look at, we reach out to the manufacturing, it's not just about the tool. They also need, I pointed out earlier also, they need the right set of workforce, which has to come in with the right set of knowledge. And then the next thing is that we are also focusing on developing a lot of new technologies within the country. So that's where the startups and the associated system comes in.
Yeah.
So SolidWorks has a great program for the academic side. And it's not just learning the software, and they have a beautiful certification program. It's not that easy. But then that will ensure that there is a level of expertise available with who completes a certification. I am certified, and I really am thankful for Mr. Ravi Vardarajan, who made me do that certification. He was the person who made sure that 2003 he told this, let's make sure that we do the certification, and that's how that I would say that is one of the foundation actions which was happened, and Ravi was instrumental in making sure there is a robust technical system.
Probably he wants to make sure that once you certified, only then you can do the justice for the rest. Right?
I can assure you, those systems which were there, you won't imagine. We had a marketing line, we had a technical line, and every quarter we had enablement sessions which were helping us to build. And we had a education portfolio, academic portfolio separately, which was built, and we were fortunate to have signed up for that also. That ensured that, okay, we are reaching out to majority of the institutions. And what sets us apart is not that we are just giving the software and coming. We are trying to look at, okay, how to make them certified also, because we had a huge demand of engineers coming from the manufacturing, our own customers, because we were exponentially growing. For a simple number, I would say, 2005 to 1 to 5, we had hardly around 15 to 18 customers. 2005 to 10, we had more than 200 customers. Okay. 2010 to 15, we had 600 customers. So imagine the growth at which we are going. That also brought a lot of demand for the workforce. And that trained qualified workforce. That's where we had the amazing programs as well as the certification programs which were there. Because then only we can reach out to the demand of all these manufacturing organizations. A beautiful academic program which ensured that the students who are coming out are getting certified. And we had a lot of proof with job portals always throwing up the maximum number of opportunities was only on SolidWorks. Okay. Be it any this one on the CAD side, it was only on SolidWorks. We are quite happy to show that to customers because customers knew that okay, these colleges that there is work going on with Dassault systems along with SolidWorks and the partners to make sure that whenever there is a demand for their workforce, we are able to support them.
They don't have to train the students and all. So ready,
Just
custom, let's say industry ready,
Yes.
workforce is.
Customers don't want to spend too much time on complete learning and everything. We
Yeah.
want the trained, so they want to focus on their problems. They are not ready to give trainings and everything. They
Yeah.
can do value-added trainings at later point of time to be more specific on their product line.
No, mind.
But the basic awareness of the platform and the utilization should be known to them. That is coming from the SolidWorks trained students.
Yeah.
And that academic programs, we grew beyond that. We have contests, everything like Akriti and all those coming up. And then we had a good share of students demanding going to a industry and telling, I'm trained on SolidWorks, I can work on SolidWorks. So the industry started demanding, better get me a SolidWorks license.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that I have a lot of instances where the industry started demanding, I need SolidWorks because I have people who are coming only with SolidWorks knowledge. Let me try to take only this software. And it doesn't stop over there. There comes these students who are coming now. Okay, they had a good knowledge on how to utilize the platform. How do we bring these ideas as a product for myself? Can I bring in some sort of? That's where we had the incubation program, which was run by SolidWorks.
Yeah.
Okay, that gave the next big move for the student community, and we had a lot of incubation centers being set up across our territory, wherein we enabled a lot of early stage incubators
Yeah.
having SolidWorks as the core platform for design. You won't believe the number of startups which are being churned out every year coming out from our portfolio of solutions. There are a lot of people who are dependent only on. Notwithstanding that, we also have now Center of Excellence also coming. A lot of Center of Excellence. It's not just a Center of Excellence which is namesake. We have real work going on. This year itself, we have more than close to 100 startups already signed up for the program. And they just don't have to worry because SolidWorks supports them clearly for that initial 3-year period. And that enables them to remove all that headaches of the platform, what they should use. And it's a connected platform. They can save, it's not just about the CAD designs, the information and the knowledge management. Everything happens within the platform. That has enabled a lot of startups. We have a lot of successful startups who have already completed the 3-year period and became commercial customers for us.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, huge number of startups which are coming. I'm sure Sharas has seen a lot of movements like that in his journey also. A lot of startups really moving into the commercial customers, and they adopt all the solutions. And just not on mechanical. I can give a lot of startups on the space program. There are a lot of startups on the communication program using tools like CST for the EMI, EMC analysis and everything. The traditional awareness was that we only use SolidWorks for CAD designs. Today we have startups only dependent on the electronics portfolio, or only on the space programs, drone technologies, EV.
Right.
Everybody is there, and we have now progressed well on them. I'm sure there are a lot of stories to share.
So I think today you know that we are no more just unicorns of the world, right? I think today the economy, the startup economy is moving towards the 100 mil ARR, the centaurs of the world. So while we support, I think nothing short of about 150 plus or 200 plus startups from our organization, Konnect supports them. Most of these customers that we have seen today, I think we have close to 60 plus customers moving continuously towards innovation, and then we are improving on the adoption of technology. While they start off small with us, they continuously learn from us, they continuously learn with us, and we learn with them. And we are also aware, or the customers are now aware of the plethora of solutions that are offered on the 3D Experience platform. Thankfully, Dassault Systems in itself is also investing heavily on the startup as a program. While we say this, I think the support that has been extended by Dassault Systems definitely has helped nothing short of at least 5 or 6 customers today become independent and then start building revenues, which generally probably could have taken nothing short of 5 or 6 years or 10 years, and now has probably come down to about 1 or 2 years or 3 years. Now, this is the time period where Dassault System also invests and then ensures that the startup ecosystem is not burdened by the investment in the software. And that definitely has enabled not only small startup ecos or small startups, but larger startups are also adopting. We have a bunch of customers who are on board our organization today, who joined as a startup, but today commercially continue to purchase from us, which is a drastic change. And then as much as we share the happiness of growing with them, we also see that these are the guys who also inspire other startups to ensure that they adopt into the technology. And today we do not have India, or at least Bangalore startup hub of India today is not restricted only to the software development startups. I would say that today we have medtech, we have agri-tech, we have high-tech electronics devices. I think to add on to what we said, space today is something that we are gung-ho along, right? I think we are ensuring that we are there in the race, and then we are seen as pioneers in ensuring. In fact, I think that with the investment, the government investment coming in, creation of the second launch site with nothing short of about 4,500 crores is something that we are talking about in the news today. So we don't see that in the software industry as much as we're seeing in the manufacturing industry. I think SolidWorks is right there in that space, so supporting all the customers. And I think
we have a message to everyone, not just the manufacturing.
Yes.
When we go to the academia, we have a message. When we go to the startups, we have a message. So as a partner for SolidWorks, we have definitely have the right solutions whenever we talk. And he spoke about some commercial customers who came up from the startup ecosystem. More than 50% are students who just graduated from the college and startup with a startup program. And today they are proper commercial customers who are earning, who are started making business. That's something we are really proud to associate with them also. And some of them are now driving us towards more incubation centers, so that they know that they have tasted the success and they want that to spread that message to more incubation centers. And we are really proud we are associated with all.
I could see a lot of proud moments, a lot of pride you take when it comes to enabling your, whether it's a startup, whether it's a customer, or whether it's a student. And as Jitesh and Sharas highlighted, SolidWorks also supports not only on the commercial, but also on the education. We have the relevant programs. On the startup also, we have the relevant startup programs as well. Akruti, if any student is watching us, there is a program called Akruti. Please go and check our website to look at the Akruti event. You can also take part with your innovative designs and take part in the Akruti design contest. So great. Arun?
Yeah, it's great to hear that, in my intro, I told like you are an enabler to all the manufacturing teams, but I should try to change it that you are also an enabler to sync up the academia with the manufacturing.
Yes.
That's great to hear. Actually. All right. So coming to my final question. So what is that one thing that has kept you dedicated to SolidWorks business for the last 25 years? And
that covers most of the things what we spoke about. I don't think there is a better way to put forward this one, because there's no way. I told every year when we talk about the new, whatever the new information is coming from SolidWorks, it's always an exciting information for us to look forward for the next 5 years. Okay? So it's not just that we are solving a problem for today. We always see the problems being solved for the future. And that's where I spoke about, if I look at the manufacturing industry today, they are now looking at the digital transformation.
Yes.
Okay. It's not just about, earlier it was that concept of bringing towards, okay, how to bring these things into a platform. Okay. And SolidWorks has already brought in the platform. Initially, it was from a 2D to 3D virtual prototyping to the physical prototyping to virtual prototyping, having a Windows platform, how to collaborate. Those messages definitely we were able to successfully overcome the challenges or give the right solution. Now, when we look at the future, what really is being talked about, the industry 5, we are thinking of industry 5, the industry 4 is also taking its own due course of implementation. And then when we look at for the future, we also see that we need to look at digital transformation within the manufacturing industry. It's already there, and we need to look at having the right set of solutions to really grow. It's beyond the manufacturing. We are talking about robotics. Okay, we are definitely talking about factory and the factories of the future. Okay, so if you have to have the, why we are talking about factories of the future, because we are already aware about the right solutions being ready in the back.
Right. Okay. We are also talking about dark factories.
Yes,
right? As
dark
part
factories,
of
bots and dark bots and everything. So if you look at our customers, they are really, even last 2 months back, I had an interesting conversation with one of my long-term customers, you can. So there, the second generation always looks at, okay, how they can bring their business to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have, they clearly, they have a clear vision of how they should go to their future. And it's very clear. I don't want anything to be on-premise. We have to move everything to the cloud. Okay. We want to have secure solutions coming in, and we need to make sure that the deployment challenges are minimized. That's where I was able to present the 3D experience platform. Okay. And it's easy to understand how they can, whatever the challenges they are seeing for the future, it's already now being thought about by SolidWorks. Okay. And we have started the implementation, and this year we have seen a huge volume of our customers migrating from the desktop portfolio, on-premise portfolio to the platform. And startups also plays a major role in that migration. So we are seeing the next phase of our growth. It's a 30-year celebration for us today, but then I'm sure we can easily celebrate. We can look forward to the next 30-year celebrations without much of a worry. So because the right solutions are there, and the platform is definitely getting more and more robust, it's getting with the right set of solutions what the customers demand. Just like we were there at the right point with a product which was based on Windows platform, we are at the right place today, which actually solves the problems of our customers. So we are seeing the transformation. So it's not just one point, it's a combination of all these things which are really making an impact. And I would also give credit to, see, when we talk, does also have given me a lot of opportunities to work with other partners also, along with our, even though we have competition, but then we also have share a good rapport with all the partner network. What really is important is that we really hear the challenges of not just one location. We really the challenges of across the country.
Yeah.
And we also have a easier understanding from you. You are not just focused on one partner. So the interactions with your side, I still remember one of the major growth milestone for us was the strategic accounts.
Yes.
Which was initiated by our current leader, Mr. Ramakrishnan. Yeah. So he was my first SAM person. And that one move actually brought in a lot of value for our business, that strategic accounts. Today, that those customers who are just having one license, we have more than 3-4 customers with more than 100 license installations, and a defense PSU moving with 400 license installations. So these are all very important milestones because it is not just adoption of one product we are talking about or one specific set of products we are talking about, the complete portfolio we are talking about. And moving forward, I can definitely see the 3D experience adoption as going to be something which will keep us excited for the future. And that's definitely going to give us good dividends for the current investments for what we are making. And the way we are shaping up our team, we are also seeing the focus on the implementation team because governance is going to be, the lifecycle management is going to be a key aspect for our growth in the future. So I'm sure we also work with you to make that right investments. And I'm sure seeing that results coming slowly. And I must give credit to our earlier leadership also. And I would say whether it is starting with Ravi or people like Umesh or PM Ravi Kumar, all those people have played their real role in shaping up the team, which is enabling us to look forward and see that, okay, we can adopt all these technologies faster and convey the benefits of this to the customer also faster. So that's how I will summarize.
Sure. Thanks, Jitesh. I think, as Jitesh highlighted, it's not only that we have created a robust software, we stop over there. It's not like that. We are always ahead of the curve. We have created the roadmap for the customer. We have created the roadmap for the engineers who wants to take up the challenges, upcoming challenges. So that's where the journey is all about. Now, since the time is running, a quick closure remark would like to, I wanted to give it for the new innovators or the young engineers who have just started their journey with SolidWorks.
So I think you're already on the right platform, I should say. If you're already on SolidWorks, hook on to it, stay on it. I'm pretty sure that everything that you'll do will fetch you the right kind of results that you're anticipating. SolidWorks is there to support you. We are there to support you. As a partner ecosystem, we are here to ensure that we share the journey of your growth. And at the same time, we are very confident that we have the support from our OEM partners as well. We can ensure that we are always on the track. There's somebody behind us ensuring that we give you the right kind of solutions, we offer the right kind of solutions the portfolio of solutions, bouquet of solutions, I would say. And at the same time, this is the only software ecosystem that definitely has heard the voice of its customer, made sure that most of the demands that you are throwing at us are going to fall on the right ears. The changes that we do on a year basis is mostly from the ecosystem that we work with.
Yes.
So I think that's one message that probably is key takeaway for all the budding entrepreneurs as well as the guys who are getting onto the SolidWorks platform. So we are always there to support you. That's what I'd like to say.
Yeah, thanks, Sharad. Any last words?
So
Nitesh?
that's covered very well.
Yes.
That's something which is unique with SolidWorks, I would say. Okay, when we always look for the young entrepreneurs or the students who are looking at starting their career journey, I'm sure if you're on SolidWorks, you're on the right platform. That's something which I will always say. And for my customers, definitely there is a lot more to come. And I'm sure there is with amazing technologies being displayed, and what we have is sneak peek on the future technologies coming.
Yes.
So definitely there is a lot of promise on how, as a partner, we can enable you better, solve the problems for your future response. We can make sure that the challenges what you are facing today, if there is something which you are looking forward for a digital transformation, definitely we have the right solutions, and we will be there to play the right role as an enablement partner. And I'm sure Sharas definitely has put a lot of efforts on building the team. So that's something Conceptia can be proud about, that we are there to make sure that our customer journeys are going to be much more simpler, and we'll take that responsibility of enabling you better.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yes, I think we are running out of time. So just to summarize, thanks Jitesh and Sharas for the wonderful, incredible journey and incredible conversation. We enjoyed the conversation. I'm sure that all the audience, they have taken the conceptual journey. And also during the conversation, we talked about SolidWorks. It's not only about the 3D CAD, it is much beyond that, whether it's a simulation, data management, or any kind of manufacturing solutions. We have all the relevant solution. And we have a very capable resellers are working with us. They are our face of SolidWorks. They are our extended arms. They are there to support you. So any questions you have, please feel to reach out to us. And do not forget to follow our page and stay connected. We'll be sharing more inspiring stories, expert tips, tools to help you build the future of manufacturing. Thanks for your time, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Sharas.